Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island All-Stars Season 2, Episode 22.
I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Chugs is happy to have more one-on-one time with Danielle, but he feels like he can still get to know Tina.
Okay.
Sammy and Curtis are talking, and she hates people being upset, even though she knows it's not her that did anything wrong, but she is upset for Luca and Grace.
Hey, Sammy, go home. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this today. We already got to deal with Elma whenever she have her, whenever she have her emotional outbursts and things of that nature. You come in as a bombshell. You know what a bombshell does.
Right.
You know the job of a bombshell. You feel bad for Luca and Grace. You was the one who brought up the DM. So, like, don't try to make it seem like, oh, I wanted your man, but not your man. It's like, nah. We are too deep into this season. We watch this every day with our UK family. I don't need get the cowards off the island. You get what I'm saying?
So Luca tells her that she did nothing wrong. Sammy would like for them to be able to have normal chats, but they can't. Everything is just always so awkward. Yeah. So Sammy ends up pulling Grace for a chat, and she tells her that she's not gunning for Luca and she doesn't want any weird energy. Yeah. Grace's point is that they have a good connection, so it felt they had a good connection, so it felt like a kick in the teeth by the public for them to choose Luca to be with Sammy. Sammy explains to her that it's only because Luca messaged her in the past. Grace is aware of this, but she lets Sammy know she has no animosity towards her and things were out of her hands.
First of all, let me say this about you, Grace. I know what you're doing. Even though, like, truth be told, out of the cast, you're one of the likable ones to me. But I can see your unlikable traits as clear as day. First of all, don't try to blame it on the public, our UK family, of like, it just felt like a kick in the teeth because don't they see our connection? Their job was to vote for their favorite male and their favorite woman, and they did not vote you as favorite woman at all, twice. So I don't really understand this whole thing of, hey guys, what about our connection? Listen here, I know you feel that prize money slipping out of your hands, but we just don't believe that you will like Luca out the villa. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's this whole idea that she feels in, like, a way betrayed by the public and, like, oh, my goodness, this is like Joey again. It's like, no, it's Love Island. And this is what happens. Bombshells come in and they get recoupled with other people. True. You get what I'm saying?
But I also feel like with Sammy, I'm annoyed because, Sammy, who else would you have picked?
That's what I'm saying.
So for her going around saying that she doesn't like when people are unhappy, you were going to have to steal somebody's man.
Somebody.
So this is a lot of acting to me, and maybe she really is upset, but you're going to have to choose somebody anyway. So what were you going to do? Apologize to that girl? So I'm just like, I really feel like Sammy was going to choose Luca. So you're doing too much to me.
And and to your point, like, somebody said in the comments, which I agree 100%, there was no one else that made sense for the public to pick. Right. Luca was the only one that made sense. Okay? It is what it is.
So Chugs and Danielle talk. Chugs tells Danielle that she and Tina were his top choices, but Danielle is happy to be in a couple with him. Okay. Omar and Catherine have a moment. She was scared that Omar could have gotten taken from her, but they look forward to their dates and spending some time with each other on the outside.
Listen here, Omar was in no threat of being taken from you, okay? Relax, okay? I understand that you want to give off this whole thing, I got a man, and now everybody want to take my man type of thing. Trust me, you are safe with Omar. Both of y'all gonna go home eventually, but I'm saying you are safe with Omar.
But I will say I like seeing Catherine comfortable with the guy and actually having her Love Island experience. Yeah. Even though it's starting towards the end, I'm just happy to see her kind of pick up steam, and I'm hoping this goes somewhere. I'm not quite feeling the connection quite yet. Me neither. Which really sucks because I really wanted this for her.
Matter of fact, I hate to do this because it's Black History Month here. And I have to do it. We on episode like 22 around that range. What do we know about Catherine?
Not much, but we don't know much about anyone else. I'm not really hung up on that. I'm just like, Catherine hasn't really had much camera time.
She's in a relationship with Omar or at least in a coupling with Omar, right? And my thing is she has found focus to talk about everybody else, right? In their business. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about you. Even when it came down to when she's talking to Omar and it's their one-on-one time, what is she talking about? I thought that you was going to be taken away from me by the public. Talk about you. Talk about your connection and things like that. Like, if this is something or someone that you see someone out the villa and things of that nature, I would like to get to know Catherine more than Catherine being in the mix. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So Sammy grabs Luca. He said that he's good as long as Grace isn't upset.
Yeah.
She knows that and none of this is her fault, but she tells Luca how her conversation with Grace went. Mm-hmm. She doesn't want things to be awkward anymore. Luca just didn't want to say anything wrong, but he's good.
Get both these children out my face.
I'm like, Sammy, you didn't have to tell him what was said. Grace was going to tell him.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
like Sammy's just all over the place.
Sammy, I don't understand. You watched the show before, obviously, because you've been on this show. Mm-hmm. Because it's Love Island All-Star. So you didn't want things to be awkward. So you think as a bombshell they had somebody waiting for you? Like no, there's a reason why you chose Luca. And that's why I'm like, I'm not going for this performative, oh, I'm sorry, it's awkward. Because as a bombshell, you get to watch how everybody's been coupling and how everybody's been getting along. Ron always gave us that insight before when he talked to Elma saying, you look like you wiped up.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So she knows, and basically when she came in, she get to choose who she want to basically pinpoint of who she want to take or cause a stumbling block. She chose Luca. So now that you're actually in the island,
well,
and
she didn't choose him, but she would have chosen him.
I'm saying that when she came in, when a bombshell comes in, they come in with a point of like, I'm going after this person. I'm not saying choosing as recoupling. It's the same way as when Ekin came in, she chose Curtis, Scott, and one other guy that I don't remember. Who was the other guy? Curtis, Scott.
I don't know.
And like another guy. It's always people coming in. When Chubbs came in, it was Danielle and Tina. When she came in, it was Luca because he talked to me in the DMs. So now that you're in the villa, don't give me that. I ain't trying to make it awkward. You wanted to come in for Luca.
Right.
So now Luca's here. Luca's your man. You got him.
Exactly. Get the grafting.
Exactly. Let's get the grafting. Okay.
So it's nighttime. Luca and Grace decide to sleep outside in the daybed.
That was so disrespectful.
I thought it was really disrespectful. And the thing is I wish, not that I wish, but it just looks crazier. Like, you guys really aren't secure in your relationship, which might be so backwards to say, but I'm saying it because it's Love Island. Yeah. Because I'm like, who would want their guy to sleep with another girl? But they're not in a relationship.
No.
He got coupled up with Sammy, and because of that, he should be in the bed with Sammy.
Yes.
Grace, you should be in the bed by yourself, and y'all should have enough trust in your relationship to think that it'll work. And if it doesn't, then Luca's head just got turned.
Exactly.
Like y'all are trying to circumvent the process, and I don't know about that.
Because Grace over here trying to win the money.
Yeah.
And this, truth be told, I view this as not a girl's move. I view this as breaking girl code. She's not a girl's girl in my opinion, because in a way, by the game of Love Island, right? You supposed to sleep by yourself. Period. Right? If Luca decides that he want to sleep by himself, that's his prerogative. But he got a bed. He's choosing not to go in that bed. But the fact that you basically go leave Sammy in the room where everybody else by herself, right? I am not a fan. And look, I wasn't a fan when Curtis did this to Danielle. When you get recoupled, I don't care who choose, the woman or you or the public, you sleep in the bed that basically is your coupling. So the fact that she basically is making it awkward while at the same time looking at the girlfriend, it's not your fault, girl. But guess what? I got Luca on a leash so much that we both go sleep outside on a day bed and things like that. And basically make it more awkward for you by the second. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't enjoy that. That's why I said Love Island, you should have sent Tina and Grace home.
Ooh.
At the same time.
That would have been a hard hit.
That would have been a great hit, in my opinion.
So it's the next day. Tina and Chugs had a flirty conversation.
Okay.
She thinks that basically, once you're coupled up with somebody, you should get closer to that person and really explore that connection.
Yeah.
She would feel guilty if she took that time away from Chugs and Danielle. She's not going to shut things down with him, but if she sees that they're getting closer, she will take a step back.
Hey, go home.
Tina says that the public is giving the opportunity for Sammy and Luca to have some time.
Yeah.
Sammy does fancy Luca, but she knows that they fancy each other because they're each other's type.
Yeah.
But it's clear that he doesn't want to upset Grace.
Hey, get the boys off the island.
Yeah, I'm just like, Tina, you got to fight for your life, girl. You got to fight for your life. He didn't make no decisions.
Nope.
So try and see if it'll work out. However, I do see a stronger connection with Danielle and Chugs, but this episode had me put a question mark on top of Chugs. And I'll tell you why.
Teach me later on.
So Sammy and Luca Chugs and Danielle are going to go on a double date.
Listen here, I saw how y'all didn't sleep in the bed. Production said we gonna make y'all be together.
You're gonna get some time.
Y'all gonna get some time. Yep.
So Curtis tells Luca to try to open up to see if there could be anything there. Grace feels like her patience is being tested. Luca has been trying to be careful, and she's wondering what they're going to talk about.
We're going on a date.
Right.
The same thing as when you went on a date with Omar and things like that. That's what we're going to do.
Right.
You know?
So we get to Chugs and Danielle's date first. Chug said, because Danielle asked him, so who were you going to pick?
Yeah.
And he says that he didn't know who he would have picked, but he's happy that they're together.
Okay.
Danielle just got out of a 5-year relationship 6 months ago. She feels like life is too short to be with someone boring. She enjoys sarcasm, consistency, honesty, trust. She tells him that she might even be able to train him.
Okay.
Chug says that he can be quite stubborn, but maybe she has a way with him. This date gave me a little question mark on Chugs, because what do you mean you didn't know who you were going to choose? You were standing up there. It was the time of the choice. You wouldn't have known that the public was choosing until you got that text. So before you got the text, what name was on your mind? And I get that people like to play vague and coy so that way they can keep their options open.
Yeah.
But it's starting to feel like Chugs is trying to have as many options available versus really trying to get to know each girl to see who's the best fit for him. I feel like he's comfortable being in between two girls. And maybe I'm jumping to conclusions a little bit. I'll give myself that. But I didn't see the actual work that he should be putting in to get to know Danielle. Does that make sense? Or you think I'm reading into it?
I need more evidence, y'all.
Okay.
I need more evidence. Listen here, don't get it twisted. My eyes on him. My eyes on him. But I'm like, before I jump off the ledge, because I already jumped off the ledge with Grace.
Yeah.
I want more evidence with Chugs.
Okay.
But my thing is, if they are smart, they would definitely like invest in each other, and I think they are your dark horse of who can win the game.
Okay. So Luca and Sammy.
Okay.
She feels like there is no awkwardness now. She thinks that the public picked them because they are each other's type, and he kissed her in the challenge.
Yeah.
And she asked him, would you go back and change that if you had the chance? Would you choose not to kiss me? Luca says that it was a lesson and he wouldn't go back in time to change anything.
Okay.
Sammy would like someone who's ambitious, and she also likes to encourage her partner. Luca asked why she followed him, and Sammy said it was because he messaged her happy birthday. She didn't respond at the time because she had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So when she was freed up, that's when she responded that's when she followed him.
Yeah.
Luca makes a joke that, he's in a situationship, so he can't reply. And he asks her what advice would she give him, and she tells him to worry less. You want to share your thoughts on their date first?
No, go ahead first.
I guess my only thoughts on it were Luca's just scared. He's very scary.
It comes off that way.
And it's not even to the point where I'm like, okay, Luca really wants to be with Grace, so he's deading things with Sammy. He doesn't want to make the wrong move to the point where he's not making any decisions for himself. He just doesn't want to be in trouble. And I think that's going to get him in trouble, because he's going to do things and say things that might get back to Grace, and it might confuse her of why you're doing these things if you really want to be with me. But the thing is, he doesn't really want to be with you. He just doesn't want to upset you.
Definitely.
And I think that's like a fine line that Luca is trying to play. But it's going to come out in his actions that the reason he's making these moves is out of fear, and it's not out of really love and care for Grace.
So you think that Luca really don't want to be with Grace over Sammy?
It's not that he doesn't want to. It's just that he's more afraid of upsetting Grace than the fact that he actually wants to be with her, and he wants to end things with Sammy.
Oh, okay. So so one is one is motivating the other, besides like the intention of he wants to be with Grace and things like that.
And I think that for Grace, that'll get old soon, because I don't want you to be afraid of me. I want you to want to be with me.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that Grace likes him in the way, because ever since the public made their decision of who to choose, you realize that all her conversations have now changed to, I'm only here for you.
Yeah.
I'm only here for you, right? As if it was like, I feel like she's not talking to Luca. I feel like she's trying to talk to me, but I don't vote. You get what I'm saying? Talk to This Cat Rocks and things like that. The people in our comments that are in the UK that watches the show, right? But my thing is like, At first, I remember when she was talking to Omar on her date a couple episodes ago, where she was basically like, I'm not closed off, but I'm just going to let you know that, like, my focus is on Luca, but, like, that's it. But now it's almost like, I'm only for you. I'm here for you. I'm your girl. And it's like, it's giving strategic to me.
Okay.
On Grace's side. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Because, unfortunately, here's the thing. When she compared her experience to the Joey experience last time, Joey came on as the celebrity big timer Love Island guy, right? Mm-hmm. And when she hitched her wagon to Joey, I think at the time she thought me and Joey can really win this thing, mm-hmm. because Joey got the popularity, right? And we have chemistry and we got history, and people will see that we are good for each other. But Joey is Joey, mm-hmm. right? And now she's basically like, oh my God, it happened again. Now she is attached to the favorite one again, mm-hmm. right? Or at least a popular figure on the island, and now it's about to be robbed from her again. Right. That's what I hear when Grace talks.
Yeah. So Luca comes back, immediately goes to Grace and starts kissing her.
Oh my God.
The guys boo Chugs because he didn't get a kiss from Danielle.
Oh no, he didn't go for a kiss either.
Sammy and Danielle tell the ladies about their date. Mm-hmm. Chugs and Luca are talking to the guys. The guys ask Chugs if they're feeling each other, and Chugs says yes, but he's not really set on Danielle completely. Danielle tells the ladies that she shied away from a kiss, mm-hmm. because she thinks that he needs to put more effort in. Luca tells them the date was good. Mm-hmm. Chugs gives it from his perspective because Luca's not going to say much more. Yeah. And he says that he could tell they had a nice time, but Luca didn't do anything inappropriate. Mm-hmm. Sammy says they talked about the kissing challenge. It was just just chit chat. Luca ends up grabbing Grace, and he tells her that he missed her, and it really wasn't too much that happened or that was said on the date.
He grabbed her in front of the girls.
I honestly, if I was Grace, I would have wanted like 2 more seconds, because I want to hear from her perspective how the date went, and then we can talk. Yeah. Like I want to get as much information before we have our conversation.
Now I want to actually give criticism to Danielle. I waited till you said the scene because I want to go back to their date, right? Mm-hmm. She says something on this date to where it's the same thing with Ron, right? To where she was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling Ron and things like that. He's the second option, and I'm going to do all I can to not make him feel like the second option, but, I'm not really feeling it, right? She goes and she gives some type of report about Chugs, about like it was cool, but I wish there was more banter. Like it's like she's always given this thing of like, I'm not really feeling it, right? Do you remember what she said on the date? She said she just got out of a long-term relationship. How many months ago?
6.
6 months ago. Are you still into your ex?
Good question.
Because you're not feeling anything.
Yeah, but I think part of it too is that Danielle wants someone who wants her. She wants someone to pursue her. And with this show, like, the guys have options. Yeah. So they're not going to just, bet on Danielle and give her all the time and attention and say, you're my dream girl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of women want. And I don't think she's going to find that in this experience. At least not yet, I
don't think so either. I think Curtis was probably your closest because he's tall and probably attractive, you thought. But, like, I don't know. Like, for someone coming out of a long relationship, like, she dated this guy for a long time and it was less than a year ago. I don't know, like in that after smoke of a relationship, you kind of like comparing it to what you felt in your last serious thing. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep my eye on Danielle,
So it is nighttime, and the Islanders get a text for Snog Marry Pie.
Okay.
So Catherine's up first. She snogs Omar. Mm-hmm. She marries Sammy because he made her bestie happy, Elma. And she pies Curtis for Ekin.
Mm-hmm. Dude, you know what's funny about for Ekin, right? You know what's funny about that? Uh-huh. The same thing that Ekin was mad for, she's encouraging Sammy and Luca. Yeah. They get to know each other. But whole time, at least they kissed in the sense of Luca and Sammy, even though it was a dare or whatever it was, right? Curtis didn't even kiss Danielle. Yeah. And you was about to flip over like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, Ekin's a snake.
Yeah. Keep going.
Gabby snogs Casey, marries Curtis because he's a gentleman, and pies Sammy just because he's the youngest.
I have my eyes on Gabby because if you go back to the previous games where they had the Shaw and things like that, where Casey was mad at her, she said passionate for Curtis.
Right.
And I'm like, why are you calling him passionate when every night we're kissing?
She's got her eye on him.
Every night you're touching on me. So I'm not passionate. And then you wouldn't marry. Like, it's just, okay, I understand you would kiss me, right? But hey, I want you to marry someone else.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Would you snog or marry me? What do you think you would do? Or pie?
I'm
about to like take all the options away.
I'll kiss somebody else, but I wouldn't kiss them on the lip. I marry you, and then I snog somebody else.
Pie somebody else.
Yeah, I pie somebody else. See, I said snog twice. Yeah, so I snog somebody, but I kissed them. I wouldn't be disrespectful with it. I marry you, and then I pie somebody.
I think I like the strategy the girls did because I ain't getting on my knee for no man to propose. So I would kiss you. I would probably marry Omar and just be like, you're treating Catherine really great. You know, you guys will make a great couple.
But you got on your knees for a man.
Huh?
But you get on your knees for Omar, you said.
No, I wouldn't like get on my knees for Omar.
Oh, you just stand there?
I would do like what Gabby did.
Oh, okay.
Like, just like crouch or whatever. And then like pie somebody.
That's still low enough. Crouch knee. Like I don't.
Okay, then maybe my logic is off.
I'm about to say your logic is completely off. I saw every girl literally get low.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah. Right. I'm about to say nobody was standing while I proposing. Everybody got down on the knee.
Okay. So Elma snogged Sammy, married Luca because they have the same morals. He treats Grace well, and pied Ronnie because of their issues in the past.
Of course.
Tina, she would snog Chugs, marry Curtis. Because he always gives good advice, and pie Casey because of their history. Danielle would snog Chugs, marry Casey because he's the entertainment. He looks after Gabby, and pie Curtis because he was too scared to say he was closed off.
Yeah, Curtis saw that coming.
Harriet snogged Ronnie, married Omar because he treats Catherine well. Pied Luca because never kiss another girl when you're with my best friend.
Harriet, be quiet. You're not even closed off with Ronnie.
And Luca threw like some pie back at her. Some
did.
of the guys like flung it back, but he like threw enough to really like get on her, and he looked irritated. And to me, I'm just like, and even Grace was just like, I don't know why he does stuff like that. Like, that's so annoying. It's because he's a child.
Hey.
Okay?
Hey, Grace, don't forget you're mic'd up. We hear you. We hear you don't really like the guy. Okay? Like, little stuff like that. Like Luca is the guy that ruins the game night for, like, the group of friends.
Yes.
It's like...
Because he want to start fighting people.
It's like, what's wrong with you, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ekin snogs Luca on the forehead as a brother. You know what? That's a better idea. I probably would do that. And
I don't know. It's funny. I don't know what you would do. Even though there's only 3 options, you gave me 9. Okay, so like, sure, I'm there. I get pied, you're kneeling, you're standing, kissing, not kissing, marry, divorce, all the above.
Okay. And she thinks that he's become a better version of himself. She would marry Curtis and pied Casey because he's funny and he could take a joke.
Okay.
Grace snogged Luca, married Ronnie because he treated Harriet well, pied Omar because he got a little cocky when it wasn't needed, and then Harriet yelled out, "Shut up when I'm speaking," and she started laughing.
And she said, "Shut!" And she told him to shut up again.
Yeah.
Now, truth be told, so I hear a lot of people say, "Hey, even last season, Grace had some microaggression." Sure, right? Y'all can say that she had microaggression this season. I don't know. I need more evidence, but I say this: Omar, next time, just mind your business. You get like truth be told, mind your business. I need, like, it's not plausible deniability for me when it comes to Omar. He should have kept his mouth shut. And now you're going to be the joke of basically shut up when I'm talking. You get what I'm saying?
And then Sammy, we are left on a cliffhanger to see what she's going to do.
What do you think she go do? She go cower out, I think.
I think she will too. But girl, kiss Luca, okay? Shake the table.
Dude, you think she gonna kiss Luca?
I don't think she will, but she should.
Okay, if she kissed Luca, who is she gonna marry?
I don't know. Sammy, because they were bombshells together. Did she walk in with him? No, that was Danielle. I don't know. But she
walked in with Chugs.
With Chugs? Yeah, she could marry Chugs. And Pie... I don't know who she would pie. I really don't know. But all I know is she should kiss Luca.
I think shake the table. This is what you do. This is what you do. And if y'all got a job for me to be a producer of the show, I'll take it, right? She should kiss Curtis. Right? If you go shake the table, right?
Okay.
She should kiss Curtis. She should marry Casey because it's just funny. You just need somebody just to get to the pie part and pie Luca.
That would be good too.
Because Luca don't like being embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even though, and people are like, oh no, that's basically her giving Luca to Grace. No. Even though it may look like that on the surface, Luca is the type of child that want to know why you did that, and that may even push him closer to Sammy. Listen here, I'm all for chaos. We only got a couple of weeks left of the show, you know?
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all we got.
Subscribe, like, share, comment. Let us know what y'all think. We see y'all.
Bye.